broke the camera. All right, we're live. All right, everybody. Hi, it is Kristen, and it is Wine Wednesday, and a heck of a Wednesday. It is Ben.
Yeah.
I think Ben and I have already drank half a bottle of wine trying to get this thing set up. We're in the sun. We're in the shade. We don't know what's going on, but I know it's Wednesday, so cheers. Happy
Cheers.
Wednesday.
Oh, boy.
Goodness gracious. Anyways, it is Wednesday. We got lots going on because harvest is coming up around the corner. We are super duper excited. Ben, what's going on?
Well, this is really the busiest time of all. We're cleaning up and sterilizing, sanitizing the winery, getting ready for bottling. So we get all the bottles and labels and everything, corks, capsules, everything in order for 3 days. We're going to do in August, the week of the 16th, we'll do 3 days of bottling, and then we'll do 2 days the following week, and then we'll show you what we're doing. We're sanitizing and cleaning all of the bins and everything to get ready for harvest.
I love it. It's fun because the hum of the activity is kicking up again in the cellar, which means we're bottling Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. We do our Zinfandel and our Rosé right in January-ish. So
Yeah.
Good news is for all those Chardonnay fans out there who we've been sold out of Chardonnay for a while, but that's going to be coming back in September-ish. And then cheers to your guys. Cheers to your cellar crew.
Boy, what a crew. They've continually, year in and year out, I had to drink that to make the cheers proper.
Thank you.
The boys, my guys, have been fantastic. 2 have been with me for almost 19 years. And our cellar guy has been with us going 7 or 8 years now. The team is really together, and that's really helped us make these terrific wines consistently every year. So cheers to my cellar crew.
Cheers. And we are cheersing them today with the gold medal winner, the 2018 Campbell Ranch Pinot Noir, American Fine Wine Competition.
Yes.
Oh, good. American Fine Wine Competition in Florida. They love our wine, and we got a great award. Campbell Ranch did extremely well, and I think there's a little video of Ben talking about the Campbell Ranch that we might pop up there as well, which I just like the excuse to keep drinking it. It's tasting beautifully.
It's so beautiful. It's a bold and complex, stunning Pinot Noir for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, it has driven by sweet fruit. As soon as it enters, you have this beautiful sweet fruit and forest floor. Mid palate is earthiness and notes of black currant, which is quickly joined with the brambly blackberry. The blackberry is really interesting in this wine.
Yeah, we have we won actually 4 great awards with the gold medal, and the 18 Campbell, I think, was best in class, best in show.
Best of show.
It's the best.
Best red of show, and a double gold and best of class. So it did very, very well.
And I got Craig, Marjorie, Ron. What are you guys drinking? Oh, Ron's been in New Hampshire and Maine. Hey, my sister's in Maine on a boat right now. Cheers to you guys. Thank you. Campbell Ranch is also we do a Sonoma Coast blend, of course, but the Campbell Ranch is on the true Sonoma Coast, which Sonoma Coast AVA is huge. It encompasses a lot of part of Russian River Valley, top, bottom, huge area. But this is the true Sonoma Coast, which they want to have their own appellation, if I'm correct, right? Wow.
Yes, it's only just a few miles from the ocean. So it's on a high ridge overlooking, you can look out and see the ocean from where we're at, where that vineyard's at. Terrific spot on Gold Ridge soil, is well drained. So the fruit from there is just spectacular. And it's a little later, so we have a little more hang time out there. You get that marine influence really cools those grapes off and lets them hang for usually longer, and that builds more flavor. So we're really excited about it.
I like that. Yolanda is in Texas drinking the 16 Laris, getting ready for the Laris Vertical. We do have a Laris Vertical pivot to Pinot tasting coming up, which Ben, myself, and Nick Laris will be hosting on the 24th. So sign up for that because that's going to be a lot of fun. You do the 4 different vintages. The Campbell Ranch, also one of my favorite things about it is it's a pain in the butt to get to, if I'm correct,
Yeah.
right? Because so true Sonoma Coast, I'm from Florida. When he says you can see the ocean, that does not mean you can get up that morning, walk on down and take a stroll on the ocean. Because we have cliffs.
Yeah,
and
no,
all that
it's in
stuff here.
it's in a high ridge. I think over 750 feet. I think.
Yeah, that's a lot of walking.
Yeah. So, but yet it's very close. We get the morning and afternoon, early evening fog comes in. Really is just a prime spot to grow fruit. It's very difficult to get though. It's only about 35 miles from our winery, but it takes about 2.5 hours to drive out there because it's all switchbacks, little rural back roads, and you come across nothing. They've had some problems over the years with collapsing roads, and there are parts where it's only one lane. So not so bad to drive out there. Better to fly. Our grower, Steve Campbell, actually has an airplane. So every once in a while, he'll give us a treat and pick us up at the Healdsburg Airport, which is only a mile away from where we're at. Pick us up and fly us out. It'll take about 5 minutes. So we get out there in no time, but he has to drive a set of doubles with all the fruit.
No.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Here's my question. Who gets shotgun in the airplane?
Well, of course I do.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was the answer. Jeff, we are doing the Pinot event in the desert next January. Hopefully this time we'll see you. There's a phenomenal event called Passion for Pinot. We were lucky enough to be invited to a couple years ago, pre-pandemic. Invite only. Yes, Jeff will be there. So if January 8th, information's on our website now. Tickets aren't available yet, but yes, we'll be actually, Yolanda and I will be in San Diego in November and then Palm Desert in January.
I don't know. I'm getting a lot of pressure to go.
You should go to San Diego.
Yeah, well, I'm contemplating.
Don't go to Palm Desert because that means I can't go.
We all can go.
Yeah, we could all go. Okay, so what I'm just gonna pretend like we did this on purpose. I'm in the shade. Ben's in the sun. So we perfect. Jeff,
yeah, no, we tried. This was a difficult scene for us today. We've been 3 or 4 different locations trying to get the sun right.
We have
no cooperation whatsoever.
No.
So.
And we're at Ben's house, and he wouldn't let me go in the pool. By the way, I wanted to do this from the pool, but they told me no electronics in the pool. So
we will have to do one from the pool. We don't get electrocuted.
Still open. But what's happening in the vineyard is actually probably one of my favorite things, which is veraison. And veraison is when the grapes turn from green to purple. So I'm going to finish my Campbell because I'm going to pour a little 18 Nunes for a purposeful whatever reason.
Bitty.
So if you've been to visit us at the tasting room, little Nunes, if you've been to visit us at the tasting room, the property we are on does not have Pinot Noir. It's simply too hot in Dry Creek Valley for Pinot Noir. Now you go 15 minutes down the road, south of us is Russian River Valley or parts of it, and that has that cool ocean. Oh, that breeze feels good. That has that cool ocean, that cool marine layer that comes in those winds. So I've got some Zinfandel grapes with me from right outside our tasting room that I sneakily in the dead of night went over and picked. So Randy did not catch me. But luckily I called Wendy Nunes this morning and I said, hey, Wendy, can I come over and steal a bunch of grapes? And she goes, what do you mean a bunch? I said, well, I meant a cluster, a bunch. She's like, yeah. So anyways, I was able to get grapes from both Zinfandel and Pinot Noir in the throes of veraison, which I personally find fascinating. And I know everybody's seen pictures, but how cool is it to see? So if you can see, oh yeah, look at that, showing up pretty good. So I figure I'm the dark grapes, Ben are the light grapes, but you can see the green. So all berries.
Turn it around a little bit.
All berries start off green, right?
Yeah.
And then they go to the purple. So you see that veraison happening. They're going to purple. Now, the bunch next to this on the vineyard is right here, on the vine, sorry. So look how much more purple, and that's how you can really kind of tell that veraison. I like to, if you come see me at the vineyard during this time, I'll make you eat a purple grape. You can talk now.
Yeah, so, well, if you look at these grapes, and we'll compare them between the Pinot and the Zinfandel. The Zinfandel is much larger. Let me see one of the smaller.
They have seeds.
So this is a fairly decent size Pinot cluster, and here's a Zinfandel. This is a very small Zinfandel one. Usually they look like a horse head. They're very, very large. And that's one of the problems with Zinfandel. It ripens at different times. So you might have a really black berries and then a few green. We want to really watch that to make sure that all the fruit is through veraison and have turned that beautiful black color. That way, the only thing is it gets a little ripe sometimes, so waiting for it. So Zinfandels are probably the most problematic as far as ripening for us. But we only work with 3 grape varietals: Pinot, Chardonnay, and Zinfandel.
Rosé is not a grape varietal?
No, it's not. We have rosé of Pinot Noir, so it's 100% Pinot Noir. So it's still this grape.
These are tasting great. And another way, so Ben and his team do walk through the vineyards that we work with and taste the grapes and do grape sampling and find the sugars. And am I correct, when the seeds are brown and edible, that's another key, you know they're ready?
Yeah, that's one of the identifying signatures of ripe grapes. We usually we go out and test, and when we walk in the vineyard, we take from both sides, the sun side and the shade side, and we take them the high and the low to get a kind of a really homogenized blend of the vineyard. And what we're looking for first is the bricks, the sugar content. But equally important to us is the acidity level and the pH. Those things are, to me, are even more important. We want, once grapes turn really ripe, they lose acidity, and that's what we have to really look forward to, is to make sure we pick the grape at the proper ripeness to retain the acid level, the acidity level of the grapes that would make the wine taste great and last long. And that's
so you can taste the sugar when
Yes.
when you walk in the vineyard and you pop a grape in your mouth and you taste it, you can go, I think the sugar's this bricks, which
Yes.
is the sugar content. Can you tell the acid and the pH?
Not as clearly as I can the sweetness level,
Okay.
because the acidity is sometimes disguised by the amount of sugar in the grape. So we taste when we are taking our selections from the vineyard to test them. We taste them there and get a pretty good idea of what it is, but we're really interested in the pH and the acidity levels. But you look at this, and it takes between 30 to 60 days for veraison to be able, from the time it starts turning dark till the time we pick it. And that's where we really are testing weekly. And then once we get pretty close, we start testing every other day until we know exactly when we want to pick these grapes.
So I'll walk into the winery and they've got like baggies of grapes throughout that they're testing. So how long, do you know this answer, is it veraison? So literally I can drive to work one day. I used to go to work every day. I work from home, but I still work. Literally you can drive and you see green bunches everywhere, and like 2 days later, they're all purple bunches everywhere. Is what it feels like to me. They're very quick to turn over.
Yeah, 30 to 60 days.
Oh, really? So I clearly don't go in the winery that much. Thanks, Ben. You're supposed to say 3 days. Makes me feel better. All right, so
can't mess with Mother Nature.
No.
She knows exactly how long it's going to take.
Thank God she doesn't do my time clock. So Pinot Noir, I don't know if you can tell, Pinot Noir is smaller than your Zinfandel. Kind of cool. It reminded of Fruit of the Looms for some reason.
Different shape also.
Oh, yeah, different shape too. So I'm going to just bring up this. Dan in the back office likes the fact it has shoulders, little shoulder. Think of your 80s shoulder pads that the women and some men probably used to wear back then. But there's your...
Sometimes they cut those shoulders off. They don't
Really?
want them on the bunches. Yeah.
While
They
they're growing?
clean them. Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Well, because they don't ripen the same.
Huh?
So, yeah, that's kind of a grower thing, though. You have to talk.
Learn something new every time. I didn't know this.
Yeah, we have to bring a grower in to have him explain that.
Well, if you come on Pivot on Pinot, we can ask Nick, but something tells me Nick doesn't cut much of his fruit off.
Not much.
Yeah, see. All right, so this is Pomard Clone Pinot. No, Roger, this one is not the Pomard Clone Pinot. This is like a 116 or something. It's from Nunes. It's not Pomard.
It's 777 and 115 and what other one? I'm trying to think what else we have.
This one is Nunes, though, because I was there this morning.
There, though, I don't think.
Oh. But we are going to do another one because now I'm intrigued on looking at the different Pomard 667, 115, 777, all of them, and seeing if I can even tell the difference as a layperson. But I don't know if you can tell here. You can see there are a couple green grapes in there, and there are some light purple and dark purple. And as Wendy was telling me this morning, which I appreciated, because I said, oh, it looks like it's almost done. She's like, no, Kristen. Pinot Noir turns black. Hence the name Pinot Noir. And when it turns deep, deep black. So she was really looking for some deep black grapes. Don't really see them too much, but look how much smaller the berries are. I find this stuff fascinating.
And the smaller the berry, the more concentrated the fruit. So small berries are really are a benefit. So you can see some of these are really tiny little fruit compared to these hunkers. They
Hunkers?
Yeah.
That's a technical term. By the way, I keep eating them. I don't suggest you eat the green ones, though, because those are very tart. Do you want one?
No, the green ones are showing a lot of good acidity. And that's where you try to keep some of that acidity in there. So with Zinfandel, it gets really, really ripe, and there might be a little bit of green in there, and that'll help the acidity level on a very, very ripe Zinfandel clone.
So if this was on the sort line, would you pull it off?
Definitely.
Because it's too much green.
No, it all has to look black like that.
If you were on the, so they do green drop, right? They go through and
the vineyards do green drop.
What is green drop?
Green drop is usually, if you look at the vineyards, pretty much all completed veraison, and then every once in a while you see a bunch that's either pretty green or half green and will never catch up. It's second crop. If it's out of the zone where the guys picked, then it's not a problem. And then some home winemaker will come and pick it later on.
Or Dan in the back office.
Yeah.
He gets second pickings.
Yeah, no, that's a really good thing. It was like come back a little later and those green bunches start to turn dark again. So for us, though, we try to manage that fruit zone. No green in there. And if there is any green or mixed green and black, we try to drop that to make sure all the fruit is very, very close in all its chemical analysis, the bricks, acidity, and pH. It's all pretty uniform. That's what we're looking for.
So Wendy's on. Wendy, if I screwed up anything I said, I told you can correct me. Let me know if I messed up anything. I think I got most of it. Ron bought some wine from the New Hampshire State Liquor Store today. Looked for our wine, but apparently New Hampshire doesn't stock your wines. No, we are so small production that I think we're only in maybe 8 to 10 states. Yolanda can correct me if she's listening to me, but we don't have huge distribution. If you find us, it's going to be restaurants. But Ron, we have a hub in New York. We can literally get wine to you the next day.
Yeah, that's a great thing. And so
it's amazing.
It's funny, the government stores, the state stores, they don't like to purchase some little wineries because it's a lot of work. You get 2 cases of wine or maybe 3 cases, more paperwork. And usually they're just lazy and don't want to deal with it, so they'll get the bigger Gallo-type wineries that just can keep the pipeline filled with grapes, like with wine. But for us, no one gets very much. We sell most of our wine directly to our club members and people that come and visit us. And that's, a lot of us small producers depend on that. And that's how we have been able to stay in business, people coming to visit us.
And survive the pandemic, which was great.
Yeah.
Craig's saying Hawaii. Yes, Craig, we ship to, I think we're in a couple of restaurants in Hawaii, but I know we ship to Hawaii with a boat rate, which actually is not 2-day air, so it goes 2-day air with a less expensive charge. It's absolutely amazing. Yes, Ron orders direct from the club. You are right and well played. He's one of my. You got to come back out here and visit, by the way. And then Francisco's saying, I'm sure you're talking to Ben, Francisco. You look younger than your days with a newspaper.
Thank you, Francisco. Well, this kind of the wine and the lifestyle is I'm going in reverse. What's that movie?
Benjamin Button.
Yeah, I'm going the other way.
Oh my God, your name is Ben. We're gonna call you Ben Button from now on.
There you go.
That is awesome.
It's all about the wine.
So can I tell you my one complaint about doing this live with you next to me? You're hogging the wine. It's all on your side.
Oh, well.
I drink more. I drink more than you do.
You have a long arm, though. I noticed.
I do.
It didn't
Ron's
stop
coming
her
in
from
October.
getting any, though. That, as complain as you might, you still were able to grab over there and grab some.
I wanted 6 kids. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so we're tasting today 2 very different wines. We're doing the Campbell Ranch, which is, we already said, True Sonoma Coast. Nunes Vineyard is Russian River Valley. Not quite right in the heart of Russian River Valley, but right there, which is great. Clearly, it's right by our house. It's 2 miles down the road from us, but very different. Nunes to me is a little more acidic, has a little more of that bright red fruit. Probably.
Vibrant, very vibrant.
Good word.
Yeah, vibrant, high-toned red fruit laced with perfumey purple violet, dried cranberry, and raspberry. The wine opens up the flavors deepen and reveal black raspberry.
Absolutely.
Rhubarb and caramel toast.
I get a little
you get
sweetness.
that toastiness.
Oh, I get a sweetness from the raspberry.
Yeah, along with the refreshing acidity lifts this compelling wine, and it means that your glass is going to get emptier more often.
So therefore, don't put the wine bottle near your bed.
Don't put it. You have to move it away from some, though. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean at all. That's why I like to do it at my house. I've decided. Okay, what are you going to pair with each of these?
Well, I have to read this because
he didn't know I was giving him this question.
This is very funny because I wanted to see what our guy Jim usually pairs us up, and we try a bunch of different stuff to see what best goes with it. But this is the first time. Fine herbs and scrambled eggs. That's a new one for me, but I could see that would really work. I don't know about breakfast, though. Starting out with a nice
I'm fine with it. If you wake up at 11, you're fine. Here's the other thing. We're doing Sunday? Whatever. Yeah. Well, I work from home now. I'm a company girl. But we're doing paella for our upcoming fall in-person club party, October 30th. And the best thing about paella, when there's leftovers, you take... you bring the paella home and you cook an egg on it the next morning. That's what I'm thinking.
Good. Yeah.
All right, Ben, what does your hat say? Craig, what do you think it says?
It's Papa Pietro Perry. I advertise my own name.
Yeah, Frankie, scrambled eggs with fine herbs.
Fine herbs. You could do like goat cheese and mushrooms. Earthy mushrooms with this wine would be fantastic. I see where Jimmo is going with this.
I think he wrote these notes in the morning.
Yeah, and he also definitely matches up with salmon, and hopefully with the drought situation, we'll even have any salmon ever again. I mean, the rivers are all drying up, and the salmons can't go up and spawn.
Oh, I thought you were thinking drink wine, not water.
Well, that also, whether you like it or not, there's not much water to drink these days. So
there's not much water. Oh, Jeff, you're so cute. Is the rosé sold out? Yeah, our rosé. So our rosé. We don't mean to laugh at you.
I'm going to sneak off and drink a little water.
You can drink a little water. Our rosé sold out so quickly that we actually were forced to introduce a rosé club because they want me to work a little harder. Now we have rosé all day. And all it means is, as a wine club member, you can guarantee yourself 6 bottles, 1, 2, or 3 cases. We're changing it all up. It's going to be released in April every year. And so club members will get their allocation first. Then an email will go to club members. Then if there's any possible left, wine club general sales and or website. But staying it all. Although Ben and Yolanda have some rosé here, I saw earlier.
Yeah, I know.
They
we're
didn't
holding
offer
on. We grabbed a little bit for ourselves.
They didn't offer
it goes
to open
so
it.
fast.
But Yolanda's having salmon for dinner. Well done. Yolanda, how many bottles of wine do you go through on a dinner? Craig? Oh, Craig's having salmon too. How many do you have? We have a phenomenal club member of ours who he commonly opens a Magnum because he says his wife and him go outside on the patio. They have a couple glasses of wine, talk about their day. Then they take that Magnum into the kitchen and cook dinner and have dinner and then possibly open another bottle.
Yeah, I need to open another bottle because they've been drinking it a while. That's what Charlie told me, though.
1.5.
Yeah, there you go.
1.5 is good. I think that. Oh, by the way, a Magnum is perfect for 3 people. That's my theory. Frankie, yes, you now have to pour rosé while you taste it. Well, thank you, Frankie.
So the rosé is kind of an interesting thing. We make it, and we'll be making it coming up with the harvest, and then we bottle all of our Pinot Noir. We'll be doing that in all of August for 5 days in August. We'll bottle that, and then we'll start processing, and the rosé will be bottled the same time we do Zinfandel. Zinfandel we don't bottle the same time we do our Pinot. We drag it about 4 months longer. We use a little less new oak, and so we leave it in the barrel a little bit longer. So that way we'll bottle the Zinfandel in January or early February, and at that time then I'll bottle our newest rosé, so it'll be ready for spring release, which is kind of a little bit different than what we do. The Pinot and the Chardonnay, we do it all in about between 11 and 12 months, and the Zinfandel 14 to 16 months, and rosé like 4 months.
So it's cool if you think about it. So the rosé, the Pinot Noir comes in August, September. So comes in, and it is, we've said this, right? The equipment used to do this, now it does this. We get to capture some free run juice. Ben and his team do their magic and their fairy dust. And so the rosé sits for a little bit, and then we bottle it 3-4 months after. And then Ben and I have pulled a bottle off the line and drank it right away. That's that good.
Yeah.
And then it's ready to go. All right, Jeff, I got you. 1K is guaranteed next spring. Done. It's released in April, by the way. Ron, he paired the rosé with a grilled halibut and lemon sauce.
That works for me. I love halibut.
Oh, shoot. Just for the halibut?
Yeah, for the halibut. I used to fish just for the halibut.
Did you fish halibut for the halibut?
Yep.
All right, I'm cracking myself up. I love it. Fish goes great with any of these wines.
Well, Pinot, for example, if you were going to dinner with 6 people and you had a vegetarian, a meat eater, a pescatarian, and or a vegan.
Sorry.
The one wine that would go with whatever they ordered would be Pinot. I mean,
are our wines vegan?
Yeah.
So we don't use egg, because you can have a non-vegan wine by using eggs to fine it.
We don't use any fining or materials. We don't filter or fine. We have probably twice in 22 years or 23 years had to filter, mainly when we were at the other location. A lot of other wineries did. We all worked together, and some were cleaner than others, and so as a precaution, we filtered, fine and filter, but we don't fine or filter our wines, so they're vegan.
They're vegan and vegetarian.
Absolutely.
Are they
because our sorting table, we pick out any frogs and rocks and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So no meat in the.
I've seen a glove before on the sorting table, or I was told about a glove before on the sorting table.
You never know what you might find on the sorting table, but that's why a sorting table is used.
And that's why it's called MOOG. And hold on, don't say it. Anybody out there knows what MOOG is an acronym for, type it in. But we won't say. Well, I know what it is.
At the end of the
you can tell us in 3 minutes what MOOG is.
I usually call it MOOG because it's spelled the same way, MOOG. I like the if you saw Mean Streets, then you know what a MOOG.
Isn't it just MOG?
MOG.
MOG. I would go MOOG. Yeah, I don't know. Right.
Well, if you saw Mean Street, he hit him over the head. He called him a MOOG and then hit him with the pool stick.
Oh, Wendy, you totally cheated. Material other than grapes. Wendy is correct. Not fair. She's a grower. But you still win, so you can go on the cruise with us in 23. That's right. We're going on a cruise in 23.
Are you telling people?
No.
Right.
Yeah, we're allowed to tell people.
Nothing.
That's all we're telling. Material other than grape. Yep. All right, Roger, you got it too. Well done, you guys. guys should come work on the sorting table one day. I can't do that. It makes me ill.
Some people get dizzy watching the belt go. I mean, we had people that family friends that wanted to come to work, and we put them to work for a day and paid them, and then they lasted about 20 minutes.
Nope. I am not driving to Campbell Ranch. I am not working the sorting table. I can't do any of those. Wendy said sorry, but she'll still go on the cruise. I agree with you, Wendy. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cruise details will release soon. All right, well, we are going to wrap it up for our Wine and Whatever Wednesday.
I don't know. We may be going back to the studio after.
Well, we're
after today. We broke the camera.
They can see me now. We did break the earlier camera,
we went to 3 different locations to try to get the sun
We've
right.
been all over, but you notice neither of them are at the pool. That's fine. All right, so let's see. Tasting room is open. Everybody is, I'm sure, hearing about this whole Delta variant with COVID. You have to wear your mask when you walk in, but not when you sit down. All our staff is vaccinated. Sonoma is open. Napa is open. Wine Country is open. Please come visit. Yeah, Frankie Ben will make gnocchi when you guys come. No worries at all. I just promised you. But we got virtual, but we're also still doing virtual. And we will continue to do virtual because, like I said, I'm from Florida. I can only imagine being in Florida, grabbing some of my friends together. Come on over. We got some wine. We're going to pop you guys on the big screen. Let's do this. So we got a virtual paint and sip next week. We've got, pivot to Pinot. Join me, Ben, and I. No, Ben, me, and Nick. Join the 3 of us. We're going to open up 4 different Nunes Vineyards with this new Corvin pivot that's pretty dang amazing. That's going to be a lot of fun. Riedel seminar. We got another Riedel seminar. It is a perfect excuse. If you broke your previous glasses, less expensive to buy with us and get 2 free bottles of wine in essence with the Riedel seminar. And the Riedel seminar is amazing. What else we got coming up? Fall Club Party in person, October 30th. Gerard's Paella. All of us will be there pouring the 19s in the club wine. You're not a club member, join us. We would love it, and cannot wait. And also if you're a club member, God, where's the one with your face? Well, if you're not a club member, Ben and I do. If you are a club member, unboxing and uncorking. We're going to be first 2 Tuesdays in November. We're going to be drinking all of the fall club wines. It's a tough day, and I made Ben use these glasses today. These are Riedel's wine wings, and this is Ben's thing. Stop holding a wine glass by the bowl. If you come into our tasting room and you hold it by the bowl, not the stem, he's going to yell at you.
You and just warmed the glass
I purposely brought these for you to use, and you did it. So,
they took my other glasses away. I had no choice.
Someone has
use
to,
this or don't drink at all.
Someone has to manage you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, hold on. We're also out of the winery 3 different times. Healdsburg Crush. It is October 17th. It used to be called Pinot on the River. Come visit us. And the best part is all the wineries come to you in one location. Amazing. We also
always a good event.
Oh, it's a great event. San Diego, I mentioned that earlier. Yolanda and I will be down in San Diego. We're going to do a sunset soiree. So just wine and some appetizers over at Del Frisco's on that Thursday night. Friday night, we're pouring at the Grand. And then on Saturday, we're doing the Food and Wine Festival in San Diego. Amazing. Trying to get Ben to go. And then January, like we said, Jeff, January is Passion for Pinot. So lots of places to see us online, in person, out and about. World is opening up. We are
Come
excited.
and see us, so that's a good way.
Yes. Cheers, everybody.
Actually, we can make this work this time. We're not in separate places, so cheers.
Oh, you're right. We've never done that correct. All right, cheers.